Are you trying to raise, money from individuals, doctors, nurses, people that are in the,
We will
have an
have-
interest and a stake in?
We only just now hired our first marketing advertising person, and she has at halftime, she doesn't have time to mount a full campaign to go let people know that we're out there, let alone to ask for donations. We haven't gotten that far. We've been turned down twice by night, but we have another application.
That brings up something I wanted to ask Gary. What are the biggest mistakes that people make when they're applying for grants for you?
From us. The biggest mistakes in general are not really knowing the mission of the foundation and being really, on point with the mission of the foundation. So a lot of people have great ideas, but they're just putting those ideas in front of the wrong foundation. And then specifically for the grants that I look at, most of the grants that I look at are almost always in journalism, community information area, and in particular, they're the ones through the contest that I run called the Night News Challenge. Now that News Challenge seeks, number one, digital-only products that are innovative, different, new, experimental, and that serve a specific geographic community. So if there's only 3 rules, but that means each rule is critically important, and if you miss on one of them, you disqualify yourself pretty much. So for that particular contest, it has to be digital, it has to be innovative, and it has to serve a specific geographic community. We have another contest called the Community Information Challenge, where the idea there is you pair up with a place-based foundation. And if you can convince that foundation that you have a news project that you want to do, that they want to help fund, and then you submit that in the contest that we have, if you win in that contest, then we match that funding that the community foundation is given. Now, the idea behind that, of course, is that there are community foundations throughout the whole country. We believe that community information, local information, is a core community need, just as health, education, and welfare, just as sewers and roads. So if we can get those community foundations, place-based foundations throughout the country to be interested in the information needs of their communities, then we think that's great because it frees up a lot more money. And it ties in with another thing that Knight Foundation believes, which is that local news must have local support, and that it's the only real way to make it sustainable and make it work, make it lasting. So, and then we have the journalism program, we have our communities program. So there are various ways of entering into the Knight Foundation funnel. The easiest way is going to the Knight Foundation website and clicking the apply button. I don't recommend that as like a cold call. I wouldn't do that. I would first call somebody at Knight Foundation. I would email. I would get a dialogue going with a program officer at Knight Foundation before I would just blindly send in an idea. And for the news challenge, we typically receive about 3,000 applications, and we have about 15 to 18 winners. So the odds of that, I think Vegas odds are probably better. Really. So that's a tough. It's really hard.
Great. I'll open it up to questions.